Every night at exactly 11:47 p.m., the last bus stopped at Maple Street. It didn't matter if the street was empty. It didn't matter if rain flooded the sidewalks or if the sky was clear and filled with stars. The bus always came. Daniel first noticed it on a Tuesday night in October. The air outside his window looked thick and cold, the kind of darkness that seemed to swallow sound. He couldn't sleep, so he lay in bed staring at the ceiling, listening to the ticking clock on his wall. 11:46 p.m. He rolled over and glanced out the window. Headlights appeared at the end of the street. That was strange. Maple Street was quiet after 10 p.m. No buses ran there anymore, at least none that he knew of. But the vehicle moved slowly, deliberately, like it knew exactly where it was going. It stopped directly under the old street lamp across from his house. The doors folded open with a long, mechanical hiss. No one was there. No passengers waiting. No cars driving by. Just an empty sidewalk and the soft glow of the lamp. The doors stayed open for almost a full minute. Then they shut. The bus drove away. Daniel told himself it was probably a rerouted line or some kind of late-night service. Still, something about it made his chest feel tight. The next night, he waited. 11:47 p.m., right on time. The bus arrived again. But this time, when the interior lights flickered on, Daniel noticed something that made his skin prickle. Someone was sitting inside, near the window, perfectly still. The figure's face was shadowed, but its posture was stiff, unnatural. It wasn't looking forward like a normal passenger. It was turned slightly upward, toward his house, toward his window. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. He stepped back instinctively, but curiosity forced him to look again. The figure hadn't moved. It didn't blink. It didn't shift. It simply stared. After a minute, the doors closed and the bus pulled away. Daniel didn't sleep that night. The third night, he turned off his bedroom light and stood by the curtain before 11:47. The bus came, the doors opened, the interior lights flickered weakly, buzzing like dying insects. The figure was still there. But now Daniel could see its face clearly. Its skin was pale, not just light, but drained of color entirely. Its eyes were wide and glassy, reflecting the street lamp, and its mouth. Its mouth stretched slowly into a grin, not a normal smile, too wide, too still. The figure lifted its arm in a jerky motion and waved. Daniel stumbled backward, heart slamming painfully in his chest. His legs felt weak. He wanted to scream, but no sound came out. The bus doors closed. It drove away. The next morning, Daniel asked his friend Mia about the bus. At first, she laughed, until she saw how serious he was. "There hasn't been a bus route on Maple Street in years," she said quietly. "What do you mean?" Daniel asked. "There was an accident, 10 years ago. The last bus of the night lost control in heavy rain. It crashed at the corner near the bridge." Daniel felt cold. "What time?" he asked. Mia hesitated. 11:47 p.m. He swallowed. "Did anyone survive?" She shook her head. "No." That night, Daniel locked his door. He closed the curtains tightly. He pushed his desk against the bedroom door, even though he told himself he was being ridiculous. 11:47 p.m. He heard it before he saw it. The rumble of an engine outside, the squeal of brakes, the long, dragging hiss of doors opening. He didn't look. He kept his eyes on the floor. Then, knock. 3 slow taps from downstairs on the front door. Daniel's entire body froze. Knock, knock, knock. A voice followed, calm, soft, almost friendly. "You missed your stop." His phone vibrated violently in his hand. A notification from an unknown number. "We're waiting." The knocking grew louder, more urgent. The floorboards below creaked as if someone heavy had stepped inside. Daniel's breathing became shallow and fast. He couldn't move. He couldn't think. Slow footsteps began climbing the stairs. One step, another, another. They stopped outside his bedroom door. Silence, then a faint scraping sound, like fingers dragging lightly across the wood. Daniel squeezed his eyes shut. The sound of bus doors closing echoed faintly from outside. The engine roared. It drove away. Silence filled the house again. Daniel didn't come to school the next day, or the day after that. His parents told neighbors he was staying with relatives, but no one had seen him leave. On Maple Street, everything looked normal. Until 11:47 p.m., the bus still arrives, the doors still open. And now, through the flickering interior lights, two figures sit